Hello, and welcome to the All A's Show. In this episode, we will explore why coaching is very beneficial. Beneficial for everyone, not just for startup founders and Fortune 500 executives. We're also going to shed some light on why your doctor, physician, psychologist, or even psychiatrist may have suggested that an ADHD coach is good for you. I'm Annie Agin, and your teenager's brain is my specialty, specifically the frontal lobes of their brain where the executive functions are housed. I give kids the keys to their own brain by way of sharpening these skills so that teenagers can learn anything. School teaches what to learn, and I teach them how to learn, how to operate, optimize, and how to hack their own brains. Because once a teenager understands how their brains work and has strategies for sharpening executive functioning skills, then they can and they will learn anything. Executive functioning skills are like the central command center of the brain, and they're the life and performance skills that allow your students to regulate themselves and to operate successfully in every situation, not just school. Executive functions they include organization, starting tasks, staying on task, remembering to do important things and unimportant things, planning, prioritization, and many more. So, parents, I want you to take just a couple of minutes to complete this quick quiz. It will measure your teenager's executive functioning skills, and you can also find this quiz at annieagin.com/quiz. Please know that if you are at all concerned by the results, or maybe you already know that you are seeking an ADHD coach, please, you are more than welcome to schedule a free consultation with me anytime at annieagin.com. So, to start, I want you to imagine this somewhat silly scenario, but stay with me. Imagine for a moment your precious child growing tall and strong, approaching adolescence, meeting all the growth benchmarks. But there's one very alarming exception, one big concern. For some reason, your teenager has developed this weird phenomena where his feet aren't growing. They're getting taller, but your child's getting taller, but their feet are too small. They're losing their balance because their feet are only half the size of what they're supposed to be. Well, of course, you're going to take your child and go directly to the pediatrician or to the podiatrist, and let's pretend that there the doctor says, "Oh, yes, we have seen this before. It's called juvenile stunted foot condition. It can be serious, but the good news is that if you do these following exercises and insert these custom orthotics every day in every pair of shoes, then your child's feet should resume normal function and expected growth. And would you come home and take those instructions and drop them on the breakfast nook and just forget to do them for a few weeks? Well, of course not. You and your teen are going to get on it right away. You're going to do them immediately, and you'd probably do them 2 or 3 times a day. You would do everything because your teen would be mortified, maybe even traumatized to flop in front of their peers. And as their parents, you would make sure that they follow through on the physical therapy, not just once, twice a day, every day a week until their feet grow so that your child doesn't suffer unnecessarily because of some sort of developmental setback. The doctor said that with the daily interventions, those feet would grow and those stinky feet would eventually make it to the proper size and fulfill their full foot function. So I know it sounds like kind of a funny analogy, but you can see where this is going. Connect this scenario to a neurodivergent or ADHD brain. These beautiful brains biologically have a critical area of the brain that is underdeveloped, and it's often measurably even smaller in size. So just because it doesn't present as a physical impairment like a limp or prevent the child from walking well or running at recess doesn't mean that the lack of executive function in this part of the brain isn't significantly impeding your child's performance. And that's performance across the board. Performance at home, at school, in social situations, pretty much in every facet of their life. If your teen's ADHD is untreated, or if you think it's not real, um, or if you don't find accredited, certified coach, then they are literally limping along cognitively, that is, through life. Their confidence is also going to fall over, and they might even have wipeouts socially and academically and in front of friends, which can be really mortifying for a young person. ADHD is a chronic neural developmental condition. And having said that, though, please know that these beautiful brains are not damaged. This is not like an amputation or a missing limb. In fact, the brain has neuroplasticity, which is one of the most wonderful things about everyone's brain. Neuroplasticity means the brain can learn and change and grow, even structurally. And even the ADHD brain can do this, it can alter its biology. It's important to know that over half of those diagnosed with ADHD can actually rehabilitate their brains over time to normal adult function, but they can't do it alone. It can only be done with a lot of direct instruction of specific skills, tons of support, reinforcement, love, and encouragement, but it can be done. Science and research and doctors know that really good scaffolding, interventions, study tips, accountability partners, they are out there and they are proven to help tremendously. We are your ADHD coaches. Our job and our expertise is to help the student and help the parents, even sometimes coach the parents. And we help the whole family. A good coach can really get the ADHD brain not just coping, but thriving. Um, a coach always provides specific skills and specific proven techniques, which with practice will get the brain operating and growing, walking or running, if you will, at normal brain speed, just as fast as all the other kids, even the smart ones. So, this is why your doctor or psychologist or psychiatrist is going to bring up and suggest coaching. They already know it works, they know the research. And parents' medicine with coaching together can be an absolutely transformational combination. Academic coaching is one of the most important prescriptions for helping your child. And consider this, it has no deleterious side effects. And also, if you're an adult, parents, if you have ADHD, coaching can give you a very compassionate professional, somebody who not only understands your diagnosis and the many challenges that it may pose, but more importantly, they can help you harness its benefits. It comes with some gifts. And a coach can show you how to implement daily strategies that really do work for kids and adults. A good coach will teach you how to get yourself regulated, how to stay regulated, how to show up on time, how to meet deadlines, how to avoid procrastination. We serve as your accountability partners in every aspect of your life. Now, I've been focusing on the ADHD brain, and those are the folks who most often have coaching recommended to them. But my coaching is for all students and for all parents. If you're a parent who is wondering maybe why your teen isn't applying themselves more, or maybe why they're afraid to go to school, why they might be chronically underperforming academically, then coaching is also for you. It's also for your student. I believe all students should be given the opportunity to work with a coach. ADHD brains are always going to struggle with executive functioning. Do other teenage brains struggle with executive functioning? Yes, all of them do. Of course they do. And it's because this is the area of the brain that's just now getting built out during this specific adolescent time of development. And you, the parent, you have served as your son or daughter's surrogate prefrontal cortex their whole life. But now you have to step out of their brain. You have to step away from that role and let their brain start to lead the way, which can be really scary. But a coach can really be well situated to help you and your teen remember their homework. We can help your teen advocate for their own academic needs at school, help them seek out extra tutorials when they fail a test. Um, and we can also facilitate those peer relations and some of those peer nuances. A qualified coach will help you and your student navigate life, navigate school, and we can provide tremendous relief to the parent, especially if there's a lot of parent-child friction. A coach can be tremendous as an asset to the whole family. So, does the role of the impact of a coach make sense? Have you learned something new? Can you see why I believe that all kids should have a coach around? The average high school guidance counselor has over 400 students on their caseload, and kids just can't drop in and get that coaching from a guidance counselor. Who else are they going to go to? So there you have it. I strongly recommend that you seek a coach out, especially if you or your student have ADHD. Schedule some time for a free consultation with me. I'll give you some free tips and tricks and strategies. Let me know what your questions are and visit us at our website, annieagin.com. Don't forget to take that quiz to peek under your own child's cerebral hood to see what's functioning well and where you can give them some scaffolding and some support. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for your time. And in the next episode, as a bit of a teaser, I'm going to give away for free one of the most effective strategies that you and your teen can use both at home and at school. So keep it rolling.